friends, welcome to my brand new channel. I'm Drew. I'm also known as Dehumanized. Now, since I'm dehumanized, I can't really think of a better game to begin with on this channel than The Binding of Isaac Rebirth. Dehumanized, Rebirth, see what I did there? No? Well, hopefully, along with being reborn, I might actually get reasonably good at the game. As you can see, I have minimal experience with the game. I have maybe 20 hours in total. I've just defeated one of the various bosses in the game, blah blah blah. I don't want to spoil too much here, so I'm going to go into file 2. Now, the one thing you will not get is Cobalt Streak levels of skill, so, you know, bear that in mind. I am learning the game. We only have Isaac unlocked, so titular character it is. I'm going to go straight into our item room here, and we will get 2020. Very good item, allows us to fire 2 tiers at once instead of 1. I can't really complain. We have Sloth in our second room, which is one of the sub-bosses in the game. I did not even see that leech heading towards me. I'd quite like to get Sloth over as soon as possible, as he's fairly dangerous. He's dropped Bob's Rotten Head for me, which is a reusable ranged bomb. Not bad, not great, it's quite dangerous on occasion. May well lead to my death. Just on the off chance that there was something in those rocks. I pretty much knew there wasn't, but when there's a bomb in there, you may as well. Oh, no speed to dodge. Okay, we'll go down first, as I reckon our boss will be to the upper part of this level. Spirit Heart is always helpful. We will kill these jumpers. It should be noted that I will probably slip into using Northern Lion's nomenclature for enemies. My experience in this game really involves a lot of watching Northern Lion, almost all of his original series, and a fair amount of his Rebirth. So we get Breakfast, which is an HP upgrade. Leaves us with 4 red hearts, which is always useful. And down to the next floor. I won't skip the vignettes in between. I will from second episode on, just, you know, I figure some of you may want to see. Now, the red fires do shoot projectiles, which makes them quite dangerous. I thought I could maybe get rid of a couple of them, as they occasionally will provide us with consumables and whatnot. Not this time. When I kill this one, it will... well, it would have shot some projectiles at me, but it was stuck in a rock at the time, so I avoided that. We will get rid of as many of these as quickly as we can. That was fairly successful. I'm getting a lot of diglets here. It's almost as though the game knows they're my least favourite enemy. Actually, they're my second least favourite enemy, behind the skeletons later on, which are dodge hell. We get another HP up. We also get the ability to crush rocks with our feet. Incredibly useful, and will save us on a lot of bombs. I am just sort of wandering around looking for tinted rocks here, but I don't believe there are any. I am not buying what the spikes are selling, but I will take the Spirit Heart. It's the same room as the last floor. Interesting. That doesn't happen very often. Oh, we also have spiders. Okay, it's not quite the same room. Very similar though. Now, given that I have no coins, there's essentially no point in going into this shop. Stompy did provide to be useful there though. And our second boss will be Monstro. Now, weirdly enough, in our practice runs, my practice runs, I got Monstro as the first boss every time. So, he's not particularly difficult, especially with double shot. Double shot will allow me to do a lot of damage, and if I can get that bomb in there, that will essentially end the fight. We get Monstro's Tooth, and we get the Pentagram, which is a straight up damage upgrade. Nothing else to do in this floor. We head on down to the caves. Caves 1 to be precise. The lack of speed may prove quite difficult to contend with here, actually. I'm going to try and shoot these guys from a fairly safe distance. We get a tarot card, we get the Hierophant. I will use that straight away. 2 Spirit Hearts. We found our item room, we'll go straight in there once we've disposed of these guys. We've also found a shop. I was hoping for some money from that, but we get Unicorn Stump. I don't know. I can't really justify getting rid of Bob's Rotten Head for that. It's not a bad item. It provides us with momentary invincibility, but it does stop us from doing other things at the same time. So I think, in the interests of entertainment, Bob's Rotten Head, despite being a fairly, well, almost a suicidal item, it's probably ended as many runs as it's helped. I am not a fan of this room. Bomb flies are not awesome enemies. Dealt with them reasonably well though. We could go into the mob trap room. Not worth it for 1 golden chest, I'm afraid. What the mob trap room does is, if I were to have taken that chest, I would have been... I don't need to take there, what am I doing? I would have been faced with 3 waves of enemies. Pushpin, piercing shots. Can't really argue with that. I don't think it will make all our shots piercing. No, it seems to be making some of them. But that could still be a reasonable addition to our lineup. It's certainly better than not having it. These fires are safe, we can shoot those. That one in the top isn't, but we can get it from a distance. It didn't drop anything anyway. We have some leeches, which are, well, they're utter bastards, to be honest. Turrets are just... if you screw up a turret, you'll feel like shit about it for absolutely ages. May as well go in here. It's a human popcorn. We also have a tinted rock. I wonder if I can get to it from there. Well, not worth fretting about, really. We'll go to our boss. Our boss is going to be Mega Man. He fires jumpers at us, which we're dealing with fairly easily. And he'll also fire circular flames at us, perhaps. No, apparently not. Apparently I'm going to kill him before he gets a chance to do that. We get a deal with the devil, and we get Torn Photo, which is tears up. And shot speed up, actually. Sister Maggie. For 1 heart. I am happy enough with her damage that I feel we don't need to do that trade. Sister Maggie would give us a follower, which would sort of fly around with us and occasionally shoot enemies. It's good if you need the damage, but if you don't, it's probably just as easy to keep going with the HP. We get the devil card in this room. And we get umbilical cord, which I believe gives us occasional invulnerability when we're hit. I don't know how that actually works, so I'm going to go with it. Pushpin, you know, it was okay for us when it lasted, but... Well, that did not go well. Sorry, guys. That was going to be a lot of fun. I was going to gamble for a while, but, you know. Oh, speaking of gambling. Okay, now that I've got an extra key, I'm actually going to do this. Oh, we get 3 chests from it. Okay. Well, we ended up with a lot of money there. Which... Does it make our shop worthwhile? I can't remember what was in the shop. I didn't really look. Broken watch. Ah, I've had this in another run. And actually, it's incredibly useful. There's a certain chance... Oh god. Awful damage. Awful damage. I'm not liking what this room is selling. Also not liking what this room is selling. Cursed eye. Well, okay. There's a lot of benefit to this. I can fire 10 tiers at a time now. I think we'll go with umbilical cord. AAA battery occasionally gives you... It will give you some charge to your spacebar item on occasion. But it's not really... I don't think it's a... I actually don't think it's a very good item, to be honest. We've taken care of those. I apologise for going quite quiet, and that room actually needed a fair bit of concentration. I'm not enjoying this room, but this should... Oh, not quite. That'll get rid of it. Now, you may be able to tell, I am not a fan of these turrets at all. That will be you. I'll take a key, thanks. I will take silly damage from a spider. That is the other effect of Cursed Eye. It will, if you're in the middle of charging a shot and you receive damage, you'll be teleported to another room. Now that may sound fairly useful. Oh. Well. I would like this room to be over, thanks. Thank you. This is the effect of Broken Watch. It will slow down enemies for us. It's not guaranteed, it's maybe 1 in 5 chance or so. Just from... as a rough guess, really. But of course, when it does, it essentially ends a room for us. As the enemies... Oh, hello. Goat hoof. 15% speed boost. I know this one for sure. I'm going to try and destroy the TNT, which should absolutely fail to take out any enemies. Oh. They have my attack pattern. I don't seem to have theirs. I wonder if umbilical cord may be better than goat hoof. Because I got the speed down now, these are my least favourite enemies. One more. Thank you. Yeah, they're not fun. Their bone attacks are incredibly quick, actually. And you need to be very on the ball to... yeah. Sun card. I believe I am now fairly safe. For a while at least. The sun card will give me full health. It does also locate the secret room, and in fact it gives you the locations all of the rooms on that particular floor. It would have been nice if I could save it, but I didn't feel entirely confident that I'd survive Gurdy without it, so... Of course I would have. So that does feel rather wasted. Lil Chubby has appeared in the basement, and I get more HP upgrades. I am going to bomb my way into this secret room. For 2 bombs, and... wow! Okay, that was very lucky. I unlocked a fair few challenges with that. This is why we like to bomb. And we get that. It's actually really difficult to bomb these mushrooms without getting too close to them. We get a couple of pills. We get a bad trip pill, which is bad. And a bombs are key pill, which is, well, not bad. Not great. We can replenish most of our health. And it's down to the next floor, which is the depths. Okay, we're slowed with these enemies, which is good. It may mean we're actually able to dodge them for a change. And one more. Printed rocks. Cursor may be worth going into here. It absolutely wasn't. I am fairly glad for the telly effect there. Not gonna lie, that room could have fucked me up a lot more than it needed to. I can't believe I took damage from that. Oh, it's wonderful when you get a big room like this and the enemies are slow. What's also wonderful is the fact that a charge shot is meaning we can kill these guys in one hit. Well, I guess I shouldn't complain. A golden key is quite useful. But we now need to do this room again, and without the slow effect. Swings and roundabouts. I forgot these guys leave creep. So we're taking a lot of silly damage. may as well go into our... Oh, it's not an item room. We get a Joker card. We get the 2 of diamonds, which I will may as well take now. How to jump? Not a fan. Joker card will take us to the Deal with the Devil room, where we will get a troll bomb. I believe that is Ghost Baby, yes. And that is Ceremonial Robes, which will give us 3 black hearts. We also have our secret room, which is here. Of course, it's the one we've already been in, that's why it's... Okay, that was a good waste of a bomb. I'm fairly glad this is a slow room. They're not the toughest enemies, but, you know, with my inability to dodge right now, they could have done a fair bit of damage. I do not like the amount of creep being left in this room. Incidentally, what Ghost Baby does, Ghost Baby will fire... Oh my. Ghost Baby will fire tears that go through rocks for us. I'm not happy with how much damage I took in that room. We'll just not talk about it. Thank you, Black Heart. Now our boss room is a big boss room. Not like the big boss man, who is a sadly deceased wrestler from the... Well, his height of popularity was the mid to late 90s, but he was actually still going for a while after that. I don't want to crush too many of these skulls as they have potential to become turrets. But sadly I may need to. That will be useful for the boss. Judgment, definitely worth using. Judgment will take our coins and hopefully give us some decent items. Fanny pack. With fanny pack we get items when we take hits. Not too bad. Oh, I don't know how this is going to work. Okay, apparently it's going to work well. Polyphemus gives you huge tears with a fairly terrible fire rate. However, we are now a wrecking machine. Our damage is at full. Okay, I don't feel like I even need it to be there, so... Wow. Well, teleporting away twice is certainly interesting. It's put us a little closer to the boss room, which is fine. We get the Blighted Golem for our double and now single boss fight. That was... You know, for our first run on the channel, this has proven to be quite overpowered. We get a little speed up, which is actually very good in our position. So, we have the mom fight. I didn't need to use the High Priestess card, as our tears are just hyper powered. Okay. we get the boss trap room, which I've particularly intend to take that, but you know, given how insanely powered we are, 2 bosses should be fairly easy for us to take out. We didn't get an additional item at the end, which is fairly sad, but we're up to full health. Ah, no. That's always an issue. If you get grabbed by Mom's hands in that room, she will teleport you out of the room. Oh my. 4 of them. That's... And there we go. In a small room, 4 hands can be quite harrowing, to be honest. Nowhere to go there. Create a little space. The good news is we can kill these guys in 1 hit. We definitely have enough keys to visit this room. Oh, we get Mask of Infamy. I believe that's actually completely irrelevant, given that we're not going beyond... Well, actually, it's not entirely relevant. It will allow us to only take half heart of damage from the stomps. I'm finding it difficult to complain about that. Those rooms are awful. Get gurglings, which, you know, aside from their creep, aren't too bad. Health up. Excellent. More Mom's hands. That was unfortunate. We don't want to enter the curse room. I wonder, is it worth checking if the boss is up this way? It looks like there should be something there. We've been into the secret room. Our item room is this way. Please no more. Please no more. That's fine. Look at Brother Bobby. Interesting. The Emperor card is good because it allows us to go straight to our boss. Let's do it. This will be the final boss of this run, and it should go down easily.
His mother, fueled with the desire to serve her God, was bearing down on Isaac. "I will do as I'm told, my lord. I love you above all else," Isaac's mother repeated to herself. This was the end of the line for Isaac. His mother was far too strong for him. But just as he accepted his fate, God intervened, sending an angel down from above to stop his mother's hand. And just like that, it was over.
So, that was incredibly overpowered. That's probably one of my most overpowered runs yet. I guess very lucky that it ended up being our very first video. So we got a clean mom kill. Did we take any damage on that last fight? We may have taken one hit. It certainly wasn't any more than that. Guys, really just thank you for watching. If you care to, then by all means like and subscribe, and that would help a lot, obviously. And let's get this channel off the ground. Let's, you know, build on to bigger and stronger things. I will be back, of course, with more Rebirth and various other games in the near future. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.